Good evening and welcome to Global Pulse News TV. Tonight, a major update in one of the most closely watched celebrity court cases in recent years. Sean "Diddy" Combs, the famed music mogul, is facing sentencing after a high-profile federal trial. We break down what prosecutors are asking for, how the defense is responding, and what's ahead. In July 2025, a Manhattan federal jury found Sean "Diddy" Combs guilty on 2 counts of transporting individuals to engage in prostitution. However, the jury acquitted him of more serious charges, including racketeering and sex trafficking. From the start, prosecutors had pursued a sweeping case involving decades of alleged misconduct. But the jury's decision narrowed the focus to prostitution-related offenses. The outcome sets up a controversial sentencing hearing with wide expectations on both sides. In the government's filing to the court, prosecutors urged Judge Arun Subramanian to impose a sentence exceeding 11 years behind bars. They argue that Combs's conduct demands serious punishment, citing aggravating factors and a pattern of alleged exploitation. Prosecutors contend that a long sentence is necessary to deter similar behavior, uphold accountability, and reflect the gravity of the offenses. On the opposing side, Combs's defense team is pushing back hard. They argue that the evidence and context do not warrant such a harsh penalty. In their submissions, they argue for a sentence of roughly 21 to 27 months, a drastic contrast to the government's request. They point to mitigating factors, his public service, and lack of prior convictions as key reasons to restrain the court's sentence. The gulf between the two positions is notable, and Judge Subramanian has signaled he may lean on a pre-sentence investigation to help bridge that divide. The judge has now set October 3, 2025 as the sentencing date, following a streamlined hearing to confirm scheduling. Leading up to that date, the court will issue a pre-sentence investigation report, PSR, and both sides will have deadlines to file memoranda and responses. The judge declined to let the defense entirely waive the PSR process, emphasizing the need to parse the wide differences between prosecution and defense proposals. Until sentencing, Combs remains in federal custody at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. Let's break down what's really at stake. If the court were to side largely with prosecutors, Diddy could face a sentence of more than 11 years, a possibility that many observers regard as extreme given the charges he was convicted on. On the other hand, a more lenient ruling closer to the defense's proposed range would still mean substantial jail time. Judge Subramanian has significant discretion within the federal sentencing guidelines. He may consider factors such as Combs's stature, public persona, cooperation, or lack thereof, and any mitigating statements. This sentencing could become a benchmark in high-profile cases involving celebrities, accountability, and the interplay between public life and private conduct. It remains to be seen whether the court will craft a compromise somewhere between the extremes, or make a statement with a stern sentence. We'll be closely following developments in this case as the October sentencing approaches. Stay tuned to Global Pulse News TV for real-time coverage, expert legal analysis, and what this means for celebrity justice in America. If you liked this update, subscribe and tap the bell for alerts. I'm Samantha Newsby, and you're watching Global Pulse News TV.